Have you ever noticed how two people can go through the exact same event and walk away with completely different experiences? One person feels crushed by it. The other says, "That was the best thing that ever happened to me." It wasn't the event that determined the outcome. It was the meaning their mind gave it. This is why the ancient Hermetic teaching says, all is mind. Everything begins in the mind. Not just your passing thoughts, but the deeper beliefs, the hidden stories, and the energetic patterns you carry. If your inner world is running fear, lack, or self-doubt, life will reflect that back to you. If your inner world is coherent, grounded, and expansive, life rises to meet you in ways you couldn't have planned. This isn't just mystical philosophy. Modern science backs it up. Neuroplasticity shows us that thought literally changes the wiring of the brain. Epigenetics shows us that what we believe and perceive can influence how our genes express. Your thoughts and inner state are not abstract. They're shaping your chemistry, your nervous system, and your energy field every single day. So let's break this down. I like to think of it as 3 parts of the mind. Your conscious mind chooses. It points toward a destination and says, "That's what I want." Your unconscious mind allows or denies it. This is the part filled with old memories, family conditioning, nervous system imprints. If it doesn't feel safe, it will quietly sabotage the goal. Your superconscious mind creates. It's the higher intelligence, the field of possibility, the force that actually brings things together. Here's the catch. Most people only ever use the conscious mind. They set goals, make vision boards, recite affirmations. But deep down, their unconscious is saying, "No, that's not possible for us. That's dangerous. That's not who we are." And when the unconscious doesn't agree, the superconscious doesn't have a channel to move through, so nothing changes. Not because the person isn't trying hard enough, not because the universe doesn't like them, but because only one part of the mind was engaged. The Hermetic Principle of Mentalism invites us to line up all 3. When the conscious chooses, the unconscious allows, and the superconscious creates, life changes fast. Here's where it gets practical. Think about something you deeply desire. Maybe it's financial ease, maybe it's love, maybe it's health. Your future self already lives it. That version of you already exists in potential. When you acknowledge both the current you and the future you create what's called structural tension. It's like a rubber band stretched between 2 points. There's a gap. That gap creates energy. And the universe is wired to close gaps. It doesn't like voids. The mistake most people make is collapsing the gap. They either say, "I want this, but it feels impossible, so I'll settle." Or they pretend they're already there, but don't actually feel it in their body. Both approaches collapse the energy. What works is holding both truths. This is where I am now, and this is who I am becoming. The space between them is not failure, it's fuel. It pulls the future towards you. Think about money. If your unconscious mind believes you always have to struggle for it, then even if you affirm prosperity, your nervous system won't feel safe letting it in. You'll self-sabotage, procrastinate, or forget opportunities. But if you rewire that story, suddenly money flows in ways that surprise you. Or let's talk about relationships. If your unconscious believes love means abandonment or pain, you'll attract partners who reflect that, no matter what your conscious goals are. But when you embody the belief that you are safe to love and safe to be loved, you stop chasing and start receiving. This is mentalism in real life. Change the mental field and the outer field must respond. Let's put this into practice right now. Close your eyes if you can. Take a deep, slow breath in and exhale gently. Again, inhale and exhale. Feel your body start to soften. Now imagine your future self, the version of you who already lives in coherence, abundance, and peace. See where they live. Notice how they walk into a room, hear the sound of their voice, feel the steadiness in their chest. Let yourself step inside of them for a moment. Breathe as them, look through their eyes, feel what it's like to already be here. Whisper to yourself, I am this now. And as you hold that vision, I'm going to share a divine bioenergetic restoration code, a spoken frequency designed to help your body align with this future self at a cellular level. I now release all unconscious resistance stored in the nervous system and restore coherence through every cell of the body, activating clarity and calm in my natural rhythm. Take a deep breath and let your body receive. You don't need to do anything. Your system knows exactly how to integrate this. What you just did wasn't pretend. It wasn't fake it till you make it. You actually stepped into the Hermetic Principle of Mentalism. You formed a mental reality, engaged your unconscious safety, and invited your superconscious to move. This is the real secret behind manifestation. It's not about tricking the universe. It's about bringing all levels of yourself into alignment and then letting life reflect that back to you. Of course, this was just a taste. There are more sequences available in the DBRC library that can guide you deeper. Codes for dissolving identity blocks, for nervous system reset, for reprogramming old cellular memories. Those are what I share on Patreon. But this single code already begins to tune you toward your future self. I'll share one before the end of this video. Now that we've explored how all is mind, I want to take you into the next Hermetic truth, one that flows directly out of the first. If mentalism teaches us that everything begins in the mind, then correspondence shows us how that inner reality is mirrored in the outer world. You've probably heard the phrase, as above, so below, as within, so without. It's often quoted but rarely lived. And yet, it's one of the simplest ways to understand why life keeps giving you the same experiences over and over again. Think of it this way. Life is a feedback loop. The world you see out there is a reflection of what's happening in here. If your inner world is filled with tension, fear, or self-doubt, then even if you smile on the outside, life tends to bring you situations that confirm that tension. But if your inner world is aligned, calm, and clear, life begins to reflect that too. This doesn't mean you're to blame for every hard thing that's ever happened. It means your consciousness, your inner vibration, is the lens that interprets and attracts experiences. It's not punishment. It's not reward. It's resonance. As many modern thinkers have described, consciousness is the great integrator of experience, not a passive witness, but an active shaper of reality. Physicist Henry Stapp took this further, showing through quantum theory that consciousness has a causal role in how the universe unfolds. And that's exactly what the Hermeticists were saying thousands of years ago. Let's try this together. Take a slow, steady breath in and exhale. Bring to mind one area of your life that feels stuck or repetitive. Don't judge it, just notice it. Now ask yourself gently, what inner story, what belief, what unconscious pattern might this be reflecting back to me? See if anything comes up. An old memory, a phrase you used to hear, a feeling in your body. Just notice it. Now, imagine what the outer picture would look like if the inner story shifted, if your unconscious felt safe, if your nervous system trusted abundance, if your inner child felt fully loved. Let yourself see the new reflection, the outer world that would naturally arise from a healed inner world. Whisper, as within, so without. I create from the inside out. And to support this shift, here is another divine bioenergetic restoration code. I now synchronize inner thought and outer reality, restoring harmony through the heart field at 528 Hz on a carrier wave of 888.88 megacycles per second, attuning every cell to reflect peace and abundance outwardly. Take a deep breath and let your body receive. You don't need to analyze it. Just allow your system to integrate. When you combine the principle of mentalism, all is mind, with the principle of correspondence, as within, so without, you discover the real architecture of creation. You don't have to chase life or manipulate it. You create it by shifting within and then trusting the outer to align. This is why I share these teachings here on Wise Intuition, to help you understand the deeper mechanics of your own consciousness. And it's why I create divine bioenergetic restoration codes, because spoken frequencies help the nervous system and unconscious actually feel safe enough to embody the truth of these principles. Of course, today you only received a sample, just 2 codes. On Patreon, I share the full DBRC sessions with 24 codes in each practice. They're designed to take you step by step into alignment, so you can stop just learning about these truths and actually live them. For guided meditation practices, subscribe to my new channel, Divine Frequency Meditations. So if this resonates, subscribe here on Wise Intuition, where I walk with you through these teachings. And if you're ready to experience the deeper energetic recalibrations, join me over on Patreon. The links are below. Thank you for joining me here. I look forward to your return. See you soon, beautiful soul. With awe always.